Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is Saturday, April the 5th, and I'm going to talk with you a little bit today about how to design your best life. And what I'm going to share with you is kind of exactly what I did to design my best life. And I didn't really think much about this until I was actually kind of in my 30s. That's kind of late, maybe, to start thinking about this. I don't know if that's late or not, but it's kind of when I started thinking about it. It was before I had children, so that was nice. Kind of nice to think about how to design your life before you have children. But the good news is that it's never too late. Like it's never too late to start thinking about this because if you're still alive, you have an opportunity to be more intentional about how you design your life. But this is really the exact process that I used. I'm going to condense it quite significantly so we're not here all day. This shouldn't take too long, but I've made it really easy too because I have an acronym for you, and the acronym is DESIGN. So that makes it super simple. Design is spelled DESIGN. So it's going to be really easy for you to remember. If you're able to, you might want to take out a pen and paper so you can write some of this down. But if not, you might be able to remember it without writing it down because it's easy to remember because it's spelled design, DESIGN. So let's dive in. How to design your life. Okay. The D stands for decide. Decide is where a lot of things start, right? Because nothing really happens unless you decide that they're going to happen first. So, first, you have to decide. What do you have to decide? Well, you have to decide that you are going to be in charge of your life. And this really involves taking responsibility for everything that happens in your life. You need to embrace a philosophy that includes the mindset that you are going to refuse to blame anyone or anything for whatever happens to you, even if it's not your fault. So decide that everything that takes place in your life happens for you and not to you, and that you will be in complete control of your emotions as much as you possibly can at all times. Decide that no matter which way the wind blows, you will take control of the sails. You will take control of whatever circumstances come your way. You are in charge and you will set the sail for the course of your life. So, this is seriously in a vacuum, the first thing you have to do. You have to make that decision because if you don't decide that at the very beginning, nothing else is going to matter. You've got to decide at the outset, like right now, that you are taking charge. You are in control. You are going to decide that you are going to be in charge of your life. Now, do I know that well, I personally believe that we are not the end all and be all. There are forces, there is a power that is greater than me. And I realize that. So I'm not saying that we are in control of everything because I don't believe we are. I don't know what you believe, but I don't believe that. I think that there is a power. I believe that there is a God. Okay. So God is in control of a whole lot more than me. He's in control of everything. But what I mean is that within the purview of my life and things that happen within the purview of things that I am able to control, I am in control of those things. I decide what happens in my life, the things that I am able to control, the decisions that I am able to make in my life. I'm making them. I'm not delegating that to anybody else. I'm not delegating it to my children. I'm not delegating it to my spouse. I'm not delegating it to my boss. I'm not delegating it to anyone else. It's my responsibility. I am in control and I decide that I am in charge of my life. I take responsibility for everything that happens to me, and I set the sail of the course of my life. So, the first thing to do to design your life is to decide that you are in control of the course of your life. Secondly, envision. The E stands for envision. You envision every aspect of your life. So once you decide that you are taking responsibility, then you need to envision what's going to happen next. So this is all about envisioning your life. Everything that exists in the world was created twice. It was first envisioned by someone, and then it was created. Like that vision became reality. So, in fact, there's a scripture that teaches us that people perish when there is no vision. So if you don't have a vision for your life, you're going to kind of drift around and you're going to go somewhere, but not somewhere that you envisioned and probably not somewhere you want to end up. So after you decide that you will take control of your life and be responsible for everything that happens to you, you must then envision exactly what you want your life to look like. So as you design your life, you first decide that you're going to be responsible for your life, and then you begin to envision your life and what you want your life to look like. And then guess what? The next thing, the S stands for scripting. You're going to script your life. This is the next logical step, right? So write down exactly what you want your life to look like. And this is where the fun actually begins, right? From where you want to live to what kind of home you want to have. Do you want to have children? How many children do you want to have? Do you want to have a spouse? Do you want a pet? How many pets do you want to have? What kind of pets do you want to have? How much income do you want to have? Do you want to own a business of your own? Or do you want to work for someone else or both, right? Because you can do both. What type of career do you want to have? Do you want to live a nomad life and work in a van and travel around the country or maybe around the world? Or do you want to live in a duplex in a big city and not even have a car and just walk everywhere you go or take public transportation or maybe Ubers and Lyfts? Do you want to exercise every morning or every evening? What kind of exercise do you want to do? How many books do you want to read every month? What do you want your morning routine to look like? What do you want your evening routine to look like? How much water do you want to drink every day? And how are you going to organize that in your life? What types of spiritual practices do you want to have? What types of communities do you want to be involved in? Do you want to maintain a Sabbath? Do you want to worship from home, or do you want to actually go someplace? And do you want to live nearby in a community where you're worshiping? Like, what do you want your life to look like? And be super specific here. Like, be as specific as you possibly can, because it's your script, it's your life, and you should write it out exactly like you want it to be. Because if you're designing your life, you want to design exactly what you want it to look like. And this is so much fun to be able to do. So design, decide, envision, and then script. Okay. So the next thing is you want to invite people to participate with you, right? Invite other people to participate in your life. And this is all about developing relationships, right? So learn how to invite people into your life. Life is meaningless without relationships. So learn how to do that. Learn how to design your life in a way that includes other people and learn how to manage those relationships. As you invite people into your life, you may also have to disinvite some people as well. So surround yourself with people who will help you envision and script your life, who will support your vision and help you execute it. Don't surround yourself with people who will not help you. That sounds simple, but actually in practice, it can get quite complicated. It takes a lot of effort to make it all work. Relationships are a lifelong endeavor, but they really are worth whatever effort that you have to invest in nurturing and maintaining relationships. It is so worth it. Like, it is the stuff of life to have relationships. And I have so many good relationships that I've been able to maintain. And any effort that I have put into maintaining those relationships has totally been worth it. It is worth every moment of energy that I have put into maintaining those relationships. And I have invited those people into my life, and they have supported my life vision and my life design. And thankfully, they have invited me into their lives, and I have been able to support them and encourage them. And the relationships that I've nurtured have just been so meaningful and made life worth living. So as you design your life, design those relationships too, but invite people into your life and always be open to inviting new people into your life as you move forward into your life. And remember too that studies show that especially as we move forward in our lives and as we age, that it's important to maintain relationships, because People who age with fewer relationships also enjoy their lives less, and they do not have a high quality of life if they minimize their relationships in their lives. So don't do that. Okay. And the G in design stands for go for it, right? Like go for it. Like once you decide and once you envision and once you script and once you invite relationships, like go for it, like execute your vision. Like that's what I mean by go for it. Like start doing the thing. Like everything that you wrote down, roll up your sleeves and get busy making your life what you want it to be. Again, this is so much fun. Is everything going to work out perfectly? No, it's not, but it is so much fun to do it. Let me just tell you, go for it, do it. Put aside your fear or hesitancy and get busy living the life you envision. Tweak it as you go, right? Some things are going to be relevant when you're 30. They're not going to be relevant by the time you're 35. Heck, they may not even be relevant by the time you're 31. That's okay. Tweak it, change it as you go. Life changes, circumstances change, lots of things change. You're going to change. Tweak it as you go. Assess your progress every month. Like, don't wait until a year to assess your progress. Assess it every month and make changes as needed, but go for it. Go for it. The N stands for negate. What does this mean? This means negate or eliminate things that aren't working. That's all it means, right? Every month, take a look at how things are going, get rid of the stuff that's not working, and do the stuff that is working. Very simple, right? This whole process should become a system that you can use on in your life on a regular basis to keep things going. I recommend keeping a journal. Like, buy a spiral notebook from the grocery store or whatever. It can be fancy. Like there's lots of fancy journals out there available today. Use it and it will become an important tool to help you keep track of your progress as you go, keep track of the things you learn about yourself and about life in general. And if you're like me and most people I know, you will probably find that your plate naturally becomes more full as you move forward, right? So negating is going to become really important, like taking stuff off your plate. Negating is going to become really important. Subtracting is going to become super important. Eliminating things is going to become important because naturally what's going to happen is you're going to pile things on. That's what's going to happen. So you want to make sure that your life does not become cluttered, that it doesn't, you don't become so distracted by all the things and the bright, shiny objects that you become distracted from what's really important and that your vision does not become cloudy, okay, and cluttered. That's why the last step here is to negate as you go, tweak as you go, redesign and re-envision as you go. So in a nutshell, this is a big picture, like the devil's always in the details, but in a nutshell, that's it. That's how you design your life and keep it designed according to what you want as you go, right? So let's just do a quick review. First, you decide that you're going to take responsibility for your life. You are in control and you are always setting the sail. Number two, envision. Like decide and then envision. What do you want your life to look like? After you've envisioned it, you're going to script it. Script every little piece of what you want it to look like. And then after that, you're going to invite people to help you, invite supporters, surround yourself with a posse that's going to help you get it done. And then you're going to go for it. Roll up your sleeves and get busy making your vision become a reality. And then as you move forward, you're going to negate. You are going to get in the habit of subtracting the stuff that's not working, negating the stuff that's not working, negating the people that aren't working for you, right? Just eliminating some of the things that aren't working and doing more of the things that are. So design your best life. It is so much fun to do this process. Like you are your most important project. You are. You are your most important project. Not all the other things that are swirling around. They may be important, but they are not as important as you. You and your life are the most important projects you will ever tend to. Design your best life. You can do it. And I'm so excited. So post your comments, post your questions. Tell me how you're designing your best life. I want to hear about it in the comments. Let me know what you think of these suggestions and let me know how you're designing your best life. I want to hear all about it in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.